Please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning and welcome to RPtv. Today is Wednesday, November 10th, 2021. David Cohn, an analyst for the Yes Network, has stepped up and made the case for the Yankees finalizing their contract with Aaron Judge. Let's go to Albina for the details.
David Cohn, Yes Network analyst and former Yankees pitcher, says that the general manager, Brian Cashman's first concern should be deciding the future of star right fielder Aaron Judge. Cohn claims that not committing to Judge could be disruptive to your whole clubhouse. If Aaron Judge is going to be your guy, you need to get him under a contract. If not, now's the time to trade him. Judge is supposed to become a free agent after the 2022 season. He is arguably the Yankees' best hitter and inarguably the face of the franchise post. Derek Jeter. Cohn claims that the most important thing is Aaron Judge. He is your best player, one of the best players in the game, and the face of your franchise. You got to make a decision. He's the leader of the clubhouse. To me, this is the number one priority. If you're in the front office and determine that now is the time to trade him, then some sort of monster deal will be out there. Aaron Judge is going to be your cornerstone guy or not. He's going to require a big contract, and that's going to impact all the other contracts that you can afford after that.
You may not have known that there is a Hall of Fame for toys, but there is, and every year new toys are added to the collection. Alana has that report.
Sand has been inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. You heard me right. Sand. From a group of 12 finalists to be inducted, Sand made the top 3. If you think about it, sand has a timeless global commonality and really is just plain fun. You can pour it, scoop it, construct it, and mold it. It is no wonder it ended up at the top of the list. Also in the top 3 inductions is the strategic game Risk. Risk is a game based on the French game La Conquête du Monde, being first published in the United States in 1959. According to Hall officials, Risk has continued to influence other board games to this day, inspiring war games for generations. The third of the top 3 is the well-known American Girl doll. American Girl dolls, invented in 1986 by educator Pleasant Rowland, was recognized for their exploration of the country's social and cultural history. These 18-inch dolls have offered historical knowledge with their attire and books, contributing information to kids to this day. For example, Molly McIntyre is waiting for her father to return home from World War II. Some of the runner-ups this year were other competitive games like Battleship, The Settlers of Catan, and Mahjong, as well as toys like Cabbage Patch Kids, the Toy Fire Engine, and the Piñata. The Toy Hall of Fame can be visited in Rochester, New York.
Now it's time for announcements. The first issue of the Panther Press is out. Check your email to visit the website for the school paper, or look for the QR code on one of the hot pink signs in the hallway to read the paper on your mobile device. If you like what you see and want to join the newspaper club, we will be meeting today, Tuesday 11/9 and Thursday 11/18 at the RP Veterans Memorial Library at 3 p.m. Attention juniors, if you would like to purchase a junior class shirt, please fill out an order form and submit your money to Mr. Salamanca or Ms. Arango no later than November 15th. Chorus Club will hold its next meeting on Thursday, November 11th at 4 in the Roosevelt Park Middle School band room. New members are welcome. For more information, check with Mr. Wachowski. The last day to buy tickets for homecoming is today, November 10th, to be guaranteed a spot. Tickets are $15. If you are looking to bring a friend from another school, the only day to purchase that ticket is tomorrow, November 11th. Check your email for this information from Ms. Zarengo. The form to bring a non-RPHS student is in the library. AP exam payments are due to guidance on Friday, November 12th. HBCU Online College Fair, Tuesday, November 16th, 9 to 1 online. Interested students should see their counselor to arrange for time out of class to participate. Art Club National Art Honor Society meeting, every Friday after school at the public library with permission slips. Any questions, ask Ms. Scutro. Our next segment concerns a surprising journey across the Atlantic Ocean, a trash can, and local officials from 2 different countries. Albina has that story.
This week, it was reported that a trash can made its way across the ocean. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a trash can made its way to Ireland. A city official wrote online, "I wanted to share some images of a blue trash can barrel that has been washed up on our local beach on the west coast of Ireland, Mulroney County, Mayo. We spotted the stickers and thought it would make a good news story." The city posted online the picture of the garbage can with encrusted seashells. In South Carolina, another city official said, "We typically remove trash containers from the beach before a hurricane, but this one apparently had made a mind of its own. Already had a city employee volunteer to come fetch it," they said. The barrel must have been carried away in the Gulf Stream during a major wind or storm event, which carried it onto the beach.
Stay tuned, we will be right back.
If we work together, we can create a more inclusive community.
And all you have to do is start with hello.
When you start with hello, you can make someone feel welcome.
Hello, my name is Josh. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Hannah. Why don't you come and sit with us?
Hello, my name is Jackie. It's nice to meet you.
It can lead to a friendship.
So what kind of music do you like? Do you want to hang out after school?
Are you going to the basketball game tomorrow?
Let's get together this weekend.
You can show someone that you care.
How are you doing today?
I can help you if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there anything I can do for you?
When you start with hello, you can make a positive connection.
And be a positive influence for others.
That's it for us today. Thanks for watching RPtv. Have a great day and stay tuned for CNN 10.
Hi, I'm Carl Azus. Thank you for taking 10 for CNN 10 this November 10th. Today, we're unraveling a complicated series of events that are likely behind a migration standoff in Europe. This is taking place in the eastern part of the continent at the border between Belarus and Poland. Thousands of people have been camping there in freezing conditions trying to get into the European Union. Belarus is not a member of the EU. But Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia are. They all share borders with Belarus, and they've all seen a surge in the number of people trying to cross over from Belarus into their countries. Lithuania has declared a state of emergency at its border because of the crisis, and Poland says since September it's stopped more than 32,000 attempts by migrants to illegally cross into Poland. These migrants are not from Belarus. Polish officials say they're mostly from Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan. So why is this happening? Well, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko blames Western nations for causing the problems the migrants are fleeing. But the European Union blames Belarus, saying it's trying to get revenge for punishments the EU gave it in June. The Belarusian government has been accused of holding an unfair election last year and restricting Belarusians' rights and freedoms. So the EU imposed a number of sanctions on Belarus this summer, and European officials say Belarus is trying to pressure the EU by encouraging thousands of migrants to illegally cross into its countries. Belarusian officials have repeatedly denied doing that, and Belarus blames the EU for treating migrants badly at the borders where several people have died. Humanitarian groups have accused Poland of illegally pushing people back into Belarus instead of accepting their applications for protection. Poland says it's been following immigration law, and it's accused Belarusian authorities of pushing migrants toward its border. So a lot of back and forth accusations are going on here, and thousands of people are caught in the middle.
The situation at the border between Poland and Belarus remains extremely tense. The Polish authorities are now saying they believe that between 3,000 and 4,000 people are camped out on the Belarusian side and trying to get across. Now, the Polish authorities are saying that's not something that they are going to allow to happen. They say that they've already put in place more than 9,000 soldiers and also thousands of border patrol agents as well to try and prevent people from coming across that border and making it into the European Union. Poland and the European Union both accuse Belarusian strongman Alexander Lukashenko of what they call state-sponsored human trafficking. They say that the regime in Belarus is luring people, especially from Middle Eastern countries, first and foremost from Iraq, to Belarus and then funneling them to the border and trying to get them to go across. Again, the Polish authorities are saying that is not something that they are going to allow to happen. But ultimately, most of those people, the authorities here in Germany believe, are trying to make it to this country, to Germany, and to claim asylum here. And the German border police, they've also increased their patrols as well. And they say they're increasingly coming across migrants. And they say most of the people that they're coming across have made their way to the European Union via Belarus. Fred Pleitgen, Frankfurt an der Oder, Germany.
10-second trivia. What covers 31% of Earth's land area? Lakes, deserts, ice, or forests? Though deserts cover about a third of the Earth, the United Nations says forests cover 31%. Some forests in South America are only a fraction of the size they used to be, and the reasons for that are both legal and illegal. For one thing, there's the need for wood. It's used to make everything from homes to toys, instruments, and sporting goods to furniture. Developers clear forests to expand cities or build roads. Farmers clear them to create agricultural fields, and some of this is done without government permission. But all of it can take a toll on the natural canopy and the wildlife that live under it as deforestation progresses. In the Atlantic forest, which runs from northeast Brazil down to Paraguay and Argentina, there's a conservationist working to reconnect some of the fragments of canopy that remained after deforestation. Here are the efforts of Rolex Awards laureate Lori Cullen.
What I really love about being in the forest is seeing the size of the change we can really make. Is it really possible to bring out that forest back?
Laurie Cullen has dedicated his life to restoring the Atlantic forest in Brazil after witnessing the destruction of his birthplace.
The western São Paulo Atlantic Forest Range used to be a very, green, continuous, beautiful landscape. What used to be 100% of forest cover now is only 2%.
Decades of deforestation have led to a significant reduction of one of the world's most diverse habitats. All that remains of the forest are isolated fragments. This means many species are now under threat, as they no longer have the ability to disperse.
The wildlife, especially jaguars, pumas, ocelots, they are very isolated in small forest patches. They cannot see each other. That's when we started having problems of inbreeding depression that can kill the local population in a very short term.
Cullen and his team use a targeted approach to forest restoration, taking what's left of the fragments and planting in corridors. These proposed corridors aim to connect the fragments and act almost like an express highway for local species.
The Dream Map is putting priorities where the forest should really be, to make sure we put the right corridors in the right places.
To date, Cullen and his team have restored 3,000 hectares of forest and tell us they have already seen at least half of native species using them, including some animals at most risk of extinction.
Today, it's already possible to see the lion tamarins, the families of this little monkey, by themselves using some of the forest corridors that we have put back. If we just keep on going, the survival of this very endangered species will be okay in the long term.
Cullen is motivated by both the community and climate benefits to reforestation, but his accomplishments represent a transformation that is as much personal as it is philanthropic.
I used to be a hunter, my father used to take me hunting in the Amazon. So that's how I got in contact with forests, killing a lot of endangered species. But now I'm doing my part to put all these forests back, trying to redeem all the bad reputation that I had in the past.
Cullen's efforts benefit not only the landscape, but also the communities living on it.
People are really part of the restoration equation. Every restoration that we do is done by the local people.
Cullen and his team have set themselves the ambitious target of bringing back corridors to cover 60,000 hectares of land, equating to 20% of the whole region.
We have a vision, we have a mission, we have a map, and that's it. We're not going to give up. We have a lot to do.
Today is the first ever Call to Earth Day. Stories like the one you just saw show you how people are taking action to help a planet worth protecting, and that's the focus of a new partnership between CNN and Rolex. If you, your class, your school would like to learn more, please visit cnn.com/call-to-earth. To borrow a pun from my colleague Jeremy Roth, this is surreal estate. A castle in Connecticut has hit the market, and when we say castle, this thing has more than 18,000 square feet of living space, 9 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, 12 fireplaces. It's in Connecticut after all. It's got an apartment nearby, and the 75-acre property includes its own moat because it was built on a pond. So if you're seeing this and saying, this is fit for the king or queen that is me, you'll need a king's ransom to buy it at $35 million. That's a Camelot. I mean, saving that much money sure would be hard. It could take Middle Ages. You'd have to be royally flush with cash. You might have to barter with your Shakespeares. For moat people, it would be a futile effort. Hear ye, hear ye! For today's shout out, we are going to Owensboro, Kentucky to recognize the students of Owensboro High School. I'm your town crier, Carl Azus, and we hope to see you again tomorrow.